Hello and welcome to our BB Now webinar. Today we are excited to present the BB Now program, BBB for the Instant Messaging Generation. My name is Adiba Tan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Owner Listens Inc. Along with Better Business Bureau of LA and Silicon Valley. We built the BB Now program and we're very excited to share it with you today. Let's begin by going over the agenda for this webinar. We'll talk for about 20-25 minutes, starting with why text at all. Second, we'll give you a little bit of background about the program and how it came about. Then we'll dive into what numbers you should be using to text with customers. We'll show you the customer viewpoint of how the program works, and then the business viewpoint of how the program works. We'll go over some features and customizations that are available, as well as integrations that are already built and future ones. And then we will talk about some results and show you a few statistics. Lastly, we'll take questions, and then at the end of the webinar, we'll edit them and add them to the video. So let's start with why text. If you have a cell phone, you've probably used texting, and you might already know messaging is the most popular, fastest growing communication channel. In fact, 95% of Americans use text messaging, and 2 out of 3 of them prefer to text with businesses. According to Google, 60% of all web search traffic comes from mobile phones. So it's important for customers to be able to get in touch with you when they're surfing your website from their phone. And on mobile phones, texting is the easiest way to get in touch. However, to text with customers, businesses need tools, and that's where BBB Now comes in. We enable businesses to text with customers safely and at scale. Before we dive in, a little bit of background about the program and about us, the people behind it. So this is a collaboration between Better Business Bureau of Los Angeles and Silicon Valley and Owner Listens Inc. Better Business Bureau was founded over 100 years ago, and its mission is to promote an ethical marketplace where buyers and sellers trust each other. The Los Angeles and Silicon Valley Better Business Bureau is one of the largest chapters. Now, being in Silicon Valley, it has access and exposure to many technologies, and the chapter in LA and Silicon Valley noticed the messaging trend 3 or 4 years ago, and that's when it started working on a program for its businesses to be able to message with customers. And that's where Owner Listens and Better Business Bureau of LA and Silicon Valley got connected. So Owner Listens was founded in California in Silicon Valley in 2011. It has served over 15,000 businesses. So it has quite a bit of experience in the messaging space, including some of the customers you see there, the San Francisco 49ers, Mancrate, everyone from small SMBs to growing brands and established institutions. The goal of the program is to enhance marketplace trust by facilitating direct conversations between businesses and customers. And we plan to do this by realizing that the way people communicate has changed and that many people do not want to have phone calls with businesses, but do want to have a direct conversation via messaging. The program is available to accredited and non-accredited businesses, and it offers 2 products. One, a self-serve product for SMBs with perhaps less than 200 customer conversations per month. Just an out-of-the-box SaaS that you can just sign up for. And we have a custom product for businesses that have higher volumes or need some integration, customizations, and perhaps automation in the platform. If you're not sure what the right product for you is, then you can just contact us and we'll be happy to advise and help you figure that out. After that brief intro, it's time to dive into the program itself. So the first question to ask is what number you should use to text with your customers. And the most common solution is to use your existing landline. We can actually text enable 95% of existing landlines. What we do is add a layer to your regular voice communications that enables people to text that same number that they would otherwise call. Nothing changes to the way you have your voice set up. It's just another channel on top of that. In some cases, due to carrier limitations, we cannot text enable your landline, but we can give you a new virtual texting number, and that number can be in any area code, or it can be a toll-free number, depending on your needs. Many businesses find this a good opportunity to upgrade to a toll-free number for their texting purposes. You can also select whether to use an SMS text only number or a number that also allows images, which are called MMS. This depends on the vertical and the way your customers might be using texting. Lastly, we can offer you a short code if you do have a high volume of messages. Again, most of the time you'll be using your existing landline, and that is probably the best solution for everyone. The reason for that is, of course, nobody has to remember a new number. You don't have to change anything in your existing marketing materials other than telling people they can now call or text that same number. However, if you're not sure what kind of number that you need or which number to choose, again, our texting specialists are happy to help. Just reach out to us. Let's look at how the program works from the customer's point of view. So I'm a customer. I am going to look at your marketing material. So it's just the way generally a customer would encounter your number. You put your number on, flyers, business cards, your brochures, and just tell people, text us when you need it. Some businesses will put the number on social media. Again, you're just telling customers this is an option for you, call or text. Customer just types the number into their phone and sends you a text the same way they send a text to their family, to their friends. Another way a customer may encounter your business number is when they're searching for you on their mobile phone. As we mentioned, 60% of searches now come from mobile. So you need an easy way for them to reach out when they're searching on mobile phones. And we give you a little widget that allows the customer to browse as usual. And then when they want to reach out, they click on that bottom bar, just something that does not disturb their regular browsing. And then when they click on it, it opens their phone's texting app. So they do not have to remember your number or anything. They can just write a message like any other text and send it to you, which is, again, the most convenient way to reach out. Now, still some customers, 40%, might reach you on their desktop or laptop. That widget works on desktop as well. You just click it and send a text. The customer has to put their phone number, of course, but that phone number then starts a conversation on their mobile phone. So we take that message that they wrote and we send it to their phone. So even if they've left your website, the conversation can continue, which is what makes this so convenient. So this is a view of what happens when the customer sends a message. This is what happens on their phone. Your message to name of the business has been delivered, and then the message itself, and they can answer the conversation directly from their phone. Again, this makes this a very, very convenient way to reach out. Advantages are pretty clear, but we'll go over them just the same. Like I said, the customer can leave the website and continue the conversation. So they can go to work, they can go take care of their kids, and they don't have to stay on your site. They don't have to remember your number. They don't have to navigate to a contact us page, which is definitely a conversion killer. And of course, this is faster than emails or calls for them to write, just a quick text. The other advantage for you as a business, you always get their real contact info. It's very, very difficult for the regular consumer to get a fake phone number. Most important thing, though, is the texts have a 98% open rate. So when you reply to that customer message, there's a 98% probability that they will actually see your message, which, of course, you will never get with emails. Now, we also realize some people do not have a texting plan that has unlimited messages, so we provide an app that you can download for free from iOS or Android. When you open up the app, it shows you all the businesses nearby. Or alternatively, you can search for a business either by name or by type. You can put in, for example, electrician. You can put in an address if you'd like, but you don't have to. If you don't, it just knows your location and gives you the closest businesses nearby. A few more things to note about the search feature. When a business is accredited, you will see an accredited badge. And if you swipe to the left, there's an opportunity to see more information about the business. This information is taken from Google Places and from the Better Business Bureau database. When a customer finds the business they want to send a message to, simply click on it, write your message just as you would any other text message in any other messaging app, and click send, and that's it. It's as simple as that. If needed, the customer can also add an image from their image gallery. Again, click send and you get a confirmation. Conversations with businesses are kept in the messages tab, where you can also see the status, whether it's searching for the owner, having delivered the message, having sent a reminder to the owner, or showing you that you actually got a reply already. And when this status changes, you will actually get a notification. Clicking on a business name enables you to continue the conversation, so the customer can read the reply from the business and can respond, again, just like using any other messaging app. Write your message, click send. Super simple. Now that we've covered the customer, let's look at how things work from the business's point of view. We're going to cover email and our web dashboard and SMS. So let's start with email. BBB now works with any email client. Messages simply go into your employee's email. Text message is sent there. You can see who it's from. You click on that blue button to reply, or you reply as you would any other email. You can also see the history of that customer. The beauty of clicking on that blue button is it removes those auto signatures, which are great for email, but look really bad and reflect poorly on your business when they show up in text messages. So you click send and reply as you would any other email. You can, of course, do this from mobile email clients as well. Now the web dashboard. The web dashboard is full of useful features. It works from any web browsers, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, etc. The latest message to arrive shows on top, so it's a feed. And you click on a message to reply. Fairly easy. You write your reply and you click send. Again, very simple to use. If you know how to use email, you know how to use our web dashboard. Here too, you can see the history of all the texts with that customer. A question that we get a lot is what happens if I have multiple employees or multiple agents using the system? Then we have, of course, a way to account for that. You can see if someone else is replying right in the dashboard. And if you both happen to click the message at the same time, you will also be able to see that that person is using the system now to write a message, and you can take over. So if the person left on vacation and left a message open, you're not stuck. You can still reply to the customer by taking over the conversation. Surprisingly, this actually happens a lot. People go on vacation and leave their browser windows open. Another question we get often is, what if my employee is doing something else clearly related to work in their browser, whether they're answering a customer on Facebook or looking something up? Well, they get a notification, you see there on the top right, and when they click it, it goes directly to the dashboard. So even if your employee is not in the dashboard right now, they will see the customer message. Some businesses have in the field employees using their cell phones or want to communicate with customers after hours using cell phones. What we do then is we can forward text to personal cell phones or business cell phones. You can see that the message came from the business, and you can also see if someone else from the team replied, so that everybody's always in sync and no duplicate messages are sent. And if the person in the field needs to, they can respond or add to the conversation as well. That way everybody's always on the same page. And of course, personal numbers are not shared. The customer always sees the response as coming from the business number, no matter how you respond. This is more consistent and safer. Now we're going to talk about a few features and customizations. The first one we'll mention is templates. Templates are there for those recurring answers that you continually use, and they make responding much more efficient. Right there on the left-hand side, you click on the template, and you click send, and there you go. You just answer the customer 20% faster. Next, we have some user flexibility features. This enables the user to go directly into account settings. So you click on the username, click on account settings, and can set some preferences themselves. For example, which email or cell phone to send the message to. You can see their email address that you can flip from on to off. For example, you may want to turn it off if you're going on vacation. Another feature is adding your phone number and having the messages texted to you. And you can turn that on and off as well. Because it's text messages, you can also set hours for that. So you may not want to get messages in the middle of the night or after hours, and you can set that right in the dashboard. And of course, the user can change it when they're away or when their hours change. Auto replies are there for those times when you want to set the right expectations with customers about when they'll receive a reply. So you can set them for off hours, you can have them for on hours as well. And basically they tell a customer, it's okay, we've received your message, and we'll be replying with an expectation of when. You can set multiple auto replies, so different ones for the weekend, weekdays, and holidays. Follow-on workflows are a little bit of automation. We provide all of our accounts. This can get very fancy or very simple. But the basics of it are that now you've had a conversation, you started a relationship with a customer, you can do additional things to continue that relationship. One of the most obvious things to do is to send a question asking if they're happy. So in this case, for example, we ask on a scale of 0 to 10, did we delight you? Now, if the customer is happy, we can automatically send another message that says, we're happy to hear it. Please follow us on Facebook. Or can we quote you in a testimonial? Or send them to any other call to action, which can be a link or can be a free form text. Again, this is super useful because you can leverage the customers that you know are happiest. So Facebook Messenger is increasingly important for businesses, and this is why we built a Facebook Messenger integration. This is for messages that people are sending you when they go to your Facebook business page. What happens when you integrate is all those messages will then go through our platform, and you won't even have to be able to be logged in to Facebook in order to respond to your customer. So it's much more convenient. Additionally, in order to integrate Facebook Messenger and BB Now, you do have to be an admin of your Facebook page. But once you do the integration, you don't, the person responding does not have to be even a member of your Facebook business page. It can be any employee. So to do that, you go to your web dashboard, you click on Connect Now, and it gives you a prompt. You follow the Facebook prompt to give us permission in your business account. And if you have more than one account, you'll get a toggle where you can decide which account you would like to use for your Messenger integration. And that's it. From here on, all your Messenger messages will go into BB Now. Next up is MessageMate and a few customizations you can do there. MessageMate, again, is that website widget that makes it easy for customers to reach out. What you can do here is change the colors. So 3 options. You can change the main color, you can change the handle color, and you can change the text color. And the idea is you want this to match your brand and the colors on your website. It's a better feeling. It looks more natural on your web page if it matches. The other thing you can do is change the text to match whatever your call to action is. So if it's text us for a quote, if it's text us to set an appointment, just a general text us we're listening, whatever you think is a call to action that your customers will appreciate and that will resonate with them. So you can change that as many times as you want. Just don't forget to click Save. So integrations are here for the purpose of streamlining messaging and incorporating it into your existing tools. We have integrations with help desks, with CRM platforms. We have integrations with e-commerce and website builders. So if there's an integration you think you would benefit from, please have a look at our list of integrations. And if you don't see what you need there, simply reach out to us and we can tell you if an integration is on the roadmap, or potentially we can custom build it for you. We're always happy to hear more about integration needs, and we have a team dedicated to creating more and more integrations to streamline messaging for businesses. So now we come to our favorite section, the results section. We're going to share just a few tidbits of information from our existing businesses. So one thing you can definitely expect is fantastic customer satisfaction and Net Promoter Scores. We see 50% perfect 10 scores as an average across all of our businesses. and 75% of customers rate their texting experience 8 or higher. You cannot get better results with any other channel. Another result we're seeing is save time for your employees, for your agents. It's pretty obvious why. We're seeing 10 to 25% savings in time. This is across the board, and of course it grows as you use additional things like automation, templates, chatbots, etc. It's a no-brainer to want to save time for your agents. Third result is an increase in leads and conversions. So 2 to 3x more conversions on the texting channel than in channels like emails. Again, this is because of that higher open rate, 98% that you get with texting. Pretty obvious. If more people open your messages and are having a conversation with you, you're just more likely to convert them. The magic is in those open rates. With that, I think we'll move on to the questions section. Here we have a little drop the mic. Boom. All right, we hope you've enjoyed it so far, and we'd be happy to take your questions. So the first question is about pricing. What are the costs? In the serve model, we have a special package for accredited businesses. Starts at $7 a month, includes 75 conversation, Facebook Messenger integration for free, landline enablement for free, and more features altogether worth between $500 and $600 annually. So if you're an accredited business, this is a fantastic deal, and we encourage you to jump on it as soon as you can. If you are a non-accredited business, we have an attractive package for you. It starts at $10 a month for 50 conversations, but all the other features do require extra payment. So in essence, you may want to consider becoming accredited just to get the accredited deal. But even if you just want to try out texting without being accredited, you can do that. $10 a month is designed to be the most affordable package on the market. If you need something more than our self-serve option, then we can certainly help you with a custom package. That pricing is determined by the number and the type of lines that you need, so toll-free, short codes, do you need image texting or not, etc. It's also driven by the messaging volume, because the more volume you need, the better the deal we can get from the carriers and from the texting providers for you. The messaging volume is a big factor. The number of users that you have is another one. So how many people are going to be using the system to log in or to get text to their phone or their emails and respond to customers. We would also need to know what integrations you need, and if they are an integration that we already have, then it would be probably pretty simple to price that out for you. If it's an integration that we haven't built yet, there might be some more custom work or custom development time. Another custom feature of these plans is automation in chatbots. Especially as you gather more and more data, we are able to automate pieces of the conversations between you and your customers. This can lead to tremendous savings in terms of time spent by agents, and also include a lot of consistency in your response to customers, which is always a plus. Lastly, some businesses can do fine with our regular support levels, which are doing regular business hours, 9 a.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. So that is usually a fit for most businesses, but some businesses do need 24/7 support, which we can certainly provide, and what would be part of a custom package that's priced differently. Question number 2 is about international numbers. We do have international numbers that are not US or Canada. They are priced differently because the different carriers in other countries have different pricing. So reach out to us if you need international numbers, and we can get a quote for you and figure out the right pricing and see if it'll work. So the question is, how many concurrent users can I have? And the answer is there's really not a limit. You can have as many as you need. Our self-serve packages come, I believe, with up to 10. So if you need more than that, just reach out to us and we can provide an account that has more agents and provide you with relevant pricing. A very common question we get is, does this change anything on my phone bill? And the answer is absolutely not. Again, we put a layer on top of whatever voice system you have, and we do not touch any of those settings. We do not change anything that you're doing with your voice providers. You pay the exact same thing. Nothing changes on that front. Another common question is it legal to text my customers? And often it comes with, can I use that customer's number to send them marketing messages? So when a customer sends you a message and they're initiating the message, then that is authorization for you to reply. Just the same way as they call you, you're able to pick up the phone and respond to them. There's no legal issue with responding to a customer initiated message. Now, what you cannot do is take that number and then send them marketing messages or any other kind of unsolicited messaging unless you're able to get an official explicit opt-in from them, in which case you also have to provide an opt-out option and a way to contact you if they need help with that texting marketing program. We have a solution that does provide this for you. If you're interested in that, please reach out to us. But again, you're not allowed to take that customer's number and send them marketing offers without explicit permission. If you are interested in more information or learning more about use cases for your industry, please reach out to us. We are available via text, via phone, and via email. And we most likely have experience with businesses in your industry. So reach out and we'll be happy to get you texting with customers. Thank you again, everyone, for listening and for taking an interest in texting with customers. We do hope you found this valuable and we appreciate your time.